And welcome back to Lighten Up. Well, I'm sitting here with Miss Suzy Soto, and we're just talking about a whole lot of stuff. Thank you again for coming on to the show. I appreciate that so much. You're so awesome. Awesome to listen to and watch.
I was excited a young thing like you would invite an old lady like me.
Oh, absolutely. You know, because young things, thank you for calling me that. Young things like me need to always recognize that you came before us and you set the stage, and you actually are the people that we want to emulate, and we want to be just like you when we grow up. So that's important.
You younger people, I must say, are doing amazing things.
We're trying.
I have two daughters that are getting master's degrees at. Well, I'm not sure that I should.
Don't tell their age. They don't want people to know.
Well, they're over 40.
Yeah.
A little higher up there.
Yeah.
But you know, I take my hat off to a lot of young people that are working, going back to school, and getting these higher degrees.
Yeah, it's necessary.
And the younger people, I mean, your children their brains are wired better because they are brought up with these texting and computers and everything, whereas for us sometimes it's a little harder.
Yeah, well, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Really?
Because my kids, they try to show me things and I'm like, just do it for me, please, you know? But they've been doing it for a long time. These days, they're like 5-year-old kids are on the computer.
I know.
And they know how to navigate all of that. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. We need to feed them the positive things so that they can continue producing and to be productive.
Thank you, positive.
Very good.
I don't like negative, and I don't like negative in my life.
No.
That's why I enjoy your articles in the paper.
Thank you.
Yes.
And also lighten up. That's what it's about, right? Lighten up.
Everybody needs to lighten up.
Now let's talk about this book, because this book is too funny. It is definitely a book you got to get to lighten up, okay? It is Cooking and Laughing in the Cayman Islands. You've got to get this book. It's funny. But I'm going to talk serious first before we get into the funny stuff. So you have a word about ingredients. Here's this Chicago girl that got here in 1961, and you're writing a book with our Caribbean dishes. That's what's in this book.
Right.
And you're talking about Scotch bonnet pepper and pick a pepper and things that you can't do without when you're cooking. Right. Really, and you kind of go into all of the details. You know, are these really like staples in your kitchen?
Yes. Oh, yes. Scotch bonnet's got to be a staple in everybody's kitchen.
Yeah.
But I have a little problem with it. If you're going to use Scotch bonnet, I like it ground up. Because when you use it whole and chop it up, sometimes you get a piece.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so my husband has a jar in there that he uses, and I have a jar that I use.
Oh, okay.
So they're either toy and meat, but I like to use it ground up.
So he likes it hotter than you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Generally, that's in men. They like
can scare people sometimes.
Yeah. You got to be careful with Scotch bonnet. They even have seasoning peppers too, which are really good.
Yes.
And you use them in some dishes. Now, I looked at it. What I really found in this book is that you're more of a poet than anything. You should write a book of poetry, because you're really an
I write
awesome
all
writer.
my children. I give them all cards for greeting cards. I write poems for them, and I think they're bored to death with it.
Really? I don't think so. I think it's amazing. You're writing about being young at heart, and the last I guess sentence really, or the last paragraph, was talking about getting up in the morning and dust off my wits, pick up the paper and read the obits. If my name is missing, I know I'm not dead, so I eat a good breakfast and go back to bed. I think this is such a testament to life. If your name's not in the obituary page, you're still doing good. And so it's another day for you to do something. When you go back to bed, get a little more rest and get up and face the day.
That's right. We've earned it. We've earned the time we can do that.
I think so. Now there's another one that I really have to look at. It's not a poem. It's more of a little short kind of story, if I will call it that, about a strange old lady that's come into your life.
The mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I go by the mirror, there's this strange old lady.
She keeps
I don't
following
know who
you
she
around.
is. She keeps following me around, and she's really a pain.
She is. It's too funny. I was talking to my daughter, I think today, about
it's true.
about how I look now versus how I looked when I was younger. And she looks exactly like me, people say. And I tell her, when I look at you, that's what I think I look like. And then I see myself in the picture, and I'm like, who's this fat girl?
That's true, but you don't have any wrinkles or anything.
No.
Wait till they come along.
Exactly.
I have a good dermatologist who tries to take care of those.
Yeah, but you're looking really good.
In the older days, they used to say, oh, be gentle with your face.
Yeah.
Be gentle. I never was gentle with my face.
Yeah.
I took a brush and scrubbed it.
Yeah.
I always believed in scrubbing hard.
Right.
And now that, exfoliating is the thing.
Yeah, exactly. So you were ahead of your time even then, which is good. But yeah, I really just like the whole thing.
It's funny.
And what I love about it is you've embraced this time in your life. And you talk about your family. It's a family-oriented book. It's about cooking and laughing in the kitchen and being, close to the people that really matter.
Well, getting your family in the kitchen to do with.
Yeah.
Like I used to get my grandchildren around and we do all kinds of fun things. And there's pictures in there with them with whipped cream on them. And some of them have taken up into cooking. I had one granddaughter who got really, really interested, and she's turned out to be a really good gourmet cook.
That's good.
Some of her experiments in the old days were not really good.
Right.
And she would come and cook for us. I'm going to cook the meal. You sit there. And some of them, I must tell you, were full of sugar.
Right.
I can't eat this. But we ate it and told her it was delicious.
Right. And that's how she learned. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Everybody, you've got to go get this book. It's Cooking and Laughing in the Cayman Islands, and it's adventures and fun in the kitchen with a Caribbean family. This is Miss Suzy Soto. Thank you so much for coming. Please give her a hand.
Thanks, darling. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back with more Lighten Up. Stay tuned.